Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Christian. Jesus died so you don't have to. What, too sacrilegious? Come on, it's a little clever. The show that is completely unrelated and not inspired at all by another show of a similar name. Angry Video Game Nerd. On the show, I take classic Christian media and hold it up to the same standards that other media is held to. Because as the classic Christian band DC Talk once said,
if it's Christian, it ought to be better.
Today we'll be looking at what is arguably one of the biggest Christian films in modern history, the 2000 version of Left Behind. The story that is so great and so compelling that it was recently remade, starring Academy Award-winning actor Nicolas Cage. Based on the novel of the same title, at the time it was touted by its creators as one of the biggest and most ambitious Christian films of all time. I guess the Charlton Heston 10 Commandments don't count as Christian. So does the movie live up to the hype? Well, let's find out together. This is the classic film starring Kirk Cameron, Left Behind, the movie. We start off in space?
How do you describe both a beginning and an end?
Voiceover? Really? Whatever. All right, so we start off with Mike Seaver from Growing Pains expressing the same regret that the audience is currently having for agreeing to go with their Christian friends to see this film.
What does it matter what we think we know? In the end, there's no denying the truth.
Which leads us to stock footage of Jerusalem. Oh look, this movie stars Kirk Cameron! Is it just me, or is this music a little too epic for shots that look like they came from the Price is Right Showcase Showdown trip to Jerusalem? Spend 3 nights in fabulous downtown Jerusalem. Buy gifts for your loved ones at the beautiful markets. Assure them that you're still alive with excellent cell service. And cry your eyes out at the Wailing Wall. All this can be yours if the price is right. And now that we've shown you these establishing shots, let's move over to Iraq. Oh, and now we're in Syria. And the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, movie, come on. Where are we?
And as the world faces the most serious food shortage in
Yay,
history...
Mike Seaver! So Mike Seaver, aka Buck Williams, a reporter, is interviewing this guy who has developed a way to grow food in the desert.
Every nation, every corporation wants your formula.
He's also developed a pretty nice Miss American pageant acceptance speech.
All I want is peace for Israel.
Which I hope doesn't lead to dramatic irony.
A peace that
They find shelter, but not before the editor finds a way to give a tutorial on day for night shots. And we're led into this unexpected high-tech secret Israeli military facility.
What's going on?
is a full-scale air attack.
By who?
Could be anyone. We can't give our planes up. It's treachery.
But Buck Williams can't fight that reporter instinct inside of him and decides to leave the shelter to get the story.
This is Buck Williams reporting live from Israel. I am standing in the middle of an all-out attack. Unprecedented attempt to destroy Israel appears to be failing.
Which I assume has something to do with one of my two microphones. Moses?
There are some who call me Tim.
War will continue until the end. You will confirm a covenant with many for 7 years.
Okay, that was creepy. We then cut to airline pilot Rayford Steele. Listening to Brian Duncan? This guy, as we soon find out, despises Christians. Why is he listening to Christian music? At this point, we take some time to get to know Rayford's family, really driving home the fact that his daughter is rebellious. Ooh.
Mom said to turn it down.
You always do as you're told?
Yeah, you should try it sometime.
She's rebellious!
Mom, can you help me find my art book?
Sure, if you'll help me clean up a little and put up some more of these streamers.
No thanks. Never having kids.
Rebellious!
Nice touch with the nose ring, Chloe. Why not just shave your head and get it over with?
Rebellious! There's too much rebellion. Rayford is an airline pilot who doesn't ever spend time with his family.
What about Ramy's birthday party?
He's fine. What Amy wants is that knight's helmet I promised him from Buckingham Palace, right, pal?
Or a sword. One of those long, pointy sticks that they put heads on.
Don't push it. All right, where does he come up with this stuff?
Sunday school.
Wonk, wonk, wonk. And his wife seems to spend a little too much time with the pastor.
Hey, Reverend.
Hey, Ray, what's going on?
But Rayford doesn't care because he has to head to his flight.
Good luck on your exams, sweetheart.
Listening to, now, Bob Carlyle. I don't want to hear Bob Carlyle if it's not Butterfly Kisses.
Mr. Williams.
GNN. Buck now finds himself back in New York, where he meets with one of his contacts who claims he has the answer to why the planes fell from the sky while he was in Israel. And it's all located on this disc from Honey, I Shrunk My CDs.
Because they've been behind this whole thing from the very beginning.
It's the coffee. It's all in the coffee.
You see, the dollar, the pound, the yen, the euro, they're gonna make it all into one. It's always about the money, isn't it? What do you know about license? Right? Come on, you must have said something. Come on, come on.
What do they have to do with those planes in Israel?
10 tracts of land.
These tracts of open land in Britain.
You bring me a story, and you know I'll drive it down to the bone.
Things start to get strange for Buck when he reviews the footage from Israel.
Temesh Arasov.
What's he saying?
I don't know. Sounds like Hebrew.
No, I was there. I heard him. It was English.
Amazing you could hear anything with those explosions going off everywhere.
I don't like your tone.
Peace. When people are starving.
Europe has just standardized their currency with Korea. Bizarre, huh? One step closer to a global currency.
World peace. Ah, yes, but you have natural presence, Nikolai.
Like Santa.
And you give us every confidence in your ability to lead the UN. And Rosenzweig should know who he can trust. So should you, Nikolai.
Am I the bad guy?
People see him as a hero, and we need a hero to move our plans along.
Dirk Burton.
Well, I'd say that Mr. Burton will have to sacrifice his pension and his health benefits.
And his 401k. And dental. No, wait. Let him keep the dental. But knock him down to a lower plan.
It's okay, Buck. I can always tell when you're working on a big story.
They know each other so well. It's like they were dating in a former life. Or married in real life.
Thank you again for making those phone calls. I got the job. You did? Great, congratulations. I can't wait.
You know, the UN's no picnic.
And this is?
What's this I hear about you leaving us?
What, are you gonna take some time off?
I'm taking the job at the UN. Tonight's my last flight.
Why?
Just felt it was time to move on.
Awkward. Rayford's a pretty uncomfortable guy.
What?
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, I didn't know this was that kind of movie.
Look out behind you! He's...
Oh. What? Well, where did that come from? And cut! Yes, cut. But please, Kurt Cameron, could you please not yell cut? I'm the director.
Honey, where are you?
Is everything okay?
It's my husband. He's disappeared. Would you mind checking, please?
Sure.
And take this. I think he's gone off naked.
Okay, that's funny.
I'll be right back.
He has a tattoo on his left behind. So Buck goes looking for the naked old man, only to realize, he's gone.
I can't feel my kid. My grandparents like
Everyone who was slouching in their seats has disappeared.
their shoes, their clothes, their glasses. It's crazy. They're all left behind.
Hey, that's the name of the movie.
My baby!
They haven't gone far. Please, just take your seat.
Yes, madam, your newborn baby couldn't have ran off too far. Realizing that people have suddenly disappeared, everyone goes crazy. This jerk even tries to open up the plane door and kill everyone else. Fortunately, the captain and this reporter are able to wrestle him down. Kirk Cameron! Meanwhile, on the ground, Chloe is also confronted, not only with the realization that she has horrible nearsightedness, but also that people have disappeared out of nowhere, leaving their cars spinning out of control, which we don't get to see, but we assume happened based on the destruction that is before us now.
Are you okay?
A truck full of corn syrup and red dye. It was horrible. It got all over me. Not the bear!
Passenger emergency oxygen mask. The cabin pressure's fine. They don't know that. Do it now. But Ray, I said do it now.
I only have time to be extremely vague and cryptic. Not the bear!
Mayday, Mayday, this is PanCon Heavy 907. Mayday.
Mayday, what was that?
Mayday? Why, that's the Russian New Year. You know, we'll have a big parade of...
We're turning back.
We continue to see the chaos and the aftermath that comes from people disappearing out of thin air, like people reenacting the manger scene. That's right, kids. Not all dogs go to heaven.
The UN has taken a leadership role in stabilizing the world. Peace is imperative.
Where are you going? Stay with me, please. I'm so scared.
Ray, come on.
Yeah, Ray, come on. Let's go grab a Bud Light.
Good luck. Take care.
I guess whatever the co-pilot was in a hurry for isn't important anymore.
Listen, all I care about right now is getting home to my family. If you'll excuse me.
Where are these people trying to go? And why are they being held back? Stay back. Only pilots and other passengers and people who really need to use the bathroom are allowed past this point, for some reason. Not the dog! Seriously, what's with the dog? Coming to theaters this summer, the dramatic tale of Scruffy, the brave dog who beats the odds and wags his way through the tribulation and into our hearts. But Rayford comes home to find his wife and kids are nowhere to be found.
Irene? Honey? Irene!
This would be the perfect time for that one Toby Mac song. Happy birthday, Irene. You know what these curtains need? Another set of curtains. I suppose they're just trying to keep the windows modest. Oh, they're curtain Camerons. Well, you didn't think of it. It's not him. It's not him. We know it's not him. It's not. Not the bear! No! Wow, when that mom decorates for a birthday, she goes all out. Deflated balloons and everything. Product placement. A reenactment of what Tim LaHaye and Jerry Jenkins did with the Bible before they wrote the Left Behind series. What's he doing up there? Reading the whole Bible?
In the beginning.
Oh, he is? Well, that's a real jerk thing to do. But Ray realizes that the answer to what's happening must lie in the one thing he hated. Incidentally, a vegetarian down the street whose carnivore wife disappeared is having his first bologna sandwich.
Excuse me! Excuse me! I need to get to the air. Get back! Get back!
This is actually very easy for them to do because everyone who owned a gun has disappeared. Come on, it's a joke. Not the doggy, no! No, why did she get shot? Doesn't seem fair. They're only shooting men.
Mom? Remy?
Guess all the air in the balloons got raptured as well.
The whole world turned upside down. I mean...
Yes. Convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Ooh, I'm evil.
Williams, what are you doing in my house?
Mike Seaver, what are you doing on my couch?
I've got to get to New York if I'm going to find some answers. Now, your dad told me about a man, Ritz.
Deals in crackers.
He's a private pilot. I'll take you there.
No, I can't let you go outside. It's madness out there.
Madness? This is the tribulation! So Chloe and Buck decide to venture out into the world to try to figure out what the heck is going on here. Not the dog! So Buck buys a plane flight to meet his friend with the disc. Oh good, finally we're gonna get some answers. Hopefully he's not interrupted by a long-winded discussion with the pilot.
Guy on the radio quoted a good one from the Bible.
Oh no!
You know the story about the two men standing in a field? One gets taken, the other guy just left standing there?
I wish we'd all been ready.
Two women standing in a kitchen. One gets taken, the other one's left doing the dishes.
Duh, stereotypes.
What do all missing people have in common? Maybe the common factor isn't in those who were taken. Maybe it's in those who were left behind.
Hey! Buck finally gets to his friend, but realizes it's too late. So he steals his watch. Meanwhile, Ray begins to put the pieces together.
Chloe, the things that your mom believed in, the things that she talked about, what if they were true?
But Chloe's reluctant to just accept this emotional theory.
I'm going home. Someone should be there when they come back.
A bunch of people disappear and you want proof? But Ray makes his way to the local church, expecting to find no one there if his theory is correct. But to his surprise, in a pretty powerful scene, we find a very remorseful reverend, having realized that his whole life is a lie. We see a man who feels he knew the truth, but never believed it.
I knew your message. I knew your words. I stood right here. I preached it. I'm living a lie.
Strike!
Give me one more chance. Lord, please, just use me.
He already has.
Let's never forget all those times you helped Chuck Norris.
What the heck?
Whoa, Buck. Watch your language.
No question, it's a diagram of Solomon's temple.
Oh yeah, no question.
Okay, ladies, here's what we need. Some sort of connection between the temple, the tracts of land,
Huge tracts of land.
and the destroyed plains.
Follow the money, honey.
Mm-hmm. We then see this guy, Nikolai Carpathia, explain to the world that he knows why people disappeared.
Caused by accumulated radiation from decades of nuclear weapons testing. We have destroyed our own children with our lust for violence and warfare. I am proposing the complete and total disarmament of all nuclear weapons by...
Yeah, that does sound exactly like what the government would say if something like this happened.
...programmed to see that every human mouth on Earth has been fed.
That's a good man, right?
I guess. We then cut to Rayford sharing his newfound faith with his daughter.
Chloe, your mother loved me. All she wanted to do was share him with us. If I could just take the
Are you
clock and turn
telling
it
me-
back a few minutes a day, I would.
Are you telling me that they're dead?
Your mother left us with the truth.
Come on, it's called Subtlety, movie. I'm from the ADD generation. I've already lost interest. See, this is what frustrates me so often about Christian films. It's like you need to shoehorn the message in, but yet the people who make these films are the same people who get upset because there's a hint of Buddhism or magical mysticism in The Matrix or Star Wars. I'm not gonna let my kids go see those movies because I heard that George Lucas used some Buddhist stuff in his movie. Do I disagree with you about that? Well, maybe. But if you're so afraid that a little bit of subtlety is going to influence you, then can't you use that little bit of subtlety to influence others in your own movies? Anyway, Buck begins to piece together why exactly the UN is buying these
Huge tracts of land.
What?
The 10 tracts of land they all tie back to the UN.
As part of the Disarmament and Peace Initiative.
Buck meets with another friend who realizes that Buck knows too much.
Stonigal and Cawthron have been loaning billions to the UN for years, and they're getting ready to call the loan.
What are they gonna do? Bankrupt the UN?
What are they gonna get?
10 useless tracts of land.
Huge tracts of land.
It's all about money.
They're trying to control the world's food supply.
And decides he's better off in a safe house.
You let the agency handle it, I'm gonna get you to a safe house.
But before he can get him there, whoa! Cool explosion.
Alan! 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 Alan!
What the heck was that? I'm another evil guy. I hope Buck was in there and I didn't walk to the window too late. Realizing he has nowhere else to go, Buck makes his way back to Rayford and Chloe's house. But Rayford puts his foot down and says, if you're gonna live under my roof, you're gonna go to my church. Okay, that didn't happen. Or at least they don't show it in the movie. But it must have. Look, he's at his church.
You say that you're interested in finding out what really happened to him? Take a look at this, it might help.
Rayford shows him this tape that seems to get Buck a little more interested.
You're watching this tape because millions of people have disappeared, babies and children.
Wait, how did the Reverend get there?
What's this? Some guy thinks the Bible has an explanation for the vanishings? I helped him make this tape 3 years ago. That's impossible.
It's in 1080p, and this movie isn't even in that.
What about this one? These 10 tracts of land...
Will you stop with the huge tracts of land already?
He's gonna have one big war in his hands if he tries to rebuild this temple anytime soon.
It's written in the scriptures. He will rebuild the temple.
If you build it, he will come. But the Arabs are not gonna just sit by and watch them build this thing.
They'll make peace with Israel.
Peace. In the Middle East.
And chicken grease. But Buck, though intrigued, isn't quite
listen,
convinced.
I admit, this stuff is compelling. We can't just sit here. All right, I've got to get to the UN and I've got to warn Heim.
How are you gonna warn him? You won't even know the truth. The Bible says that if you don't put your faith in God, you will be deceived.
If you let me bore you a little bit longer, I know I can convince you.
The media room is this way.
No, I'm going to see Heim Rosenberg.
My orders are to make sure he's undisturbed.
Sir.
I'll personally escort Mr. Williams. You are aware I act on Mr. Carpathia's behalf.
Wow, she moves up quick. Is being a flight attendant like a stepping stone for working for the UN? I didn't know that. I guess I'm in the wrong field.
Ah, Buck. I was hoping to see you here.
I'm here to keep you from making a horrible mistake. They will control the entire world's food supply.
We must tell Carpathia.
So they feel that if they can tell Carpathia about the evidence that Buck has found, then he will change his plan.
Can this be true?
And at first, it seems to work.
This information must be broadcast immediately. Do not worry. You're under my protection now.
But Buck soon realizes that everyone has been deceived by this convincing leader.
Excuse me, what's that?
We announced the sharing of food with the world, and the building of this Jewish temple as a symbol. This marks the beginning of our 7 years of peace. It can't be.
And because of this, Buck is finally convinced that Raymond and the Reverend might actually be onto something. This is made evident by a LaRue song. Oh, and also, Chloe gets saved here too. They just rushed through that, so I will too.
I've never prayed before. Just show me what to do. Mr. Williams, there you are.
Well, that was conveniently uncomfortable timing. Hey everybody, let's all get up together and go look for Buck.
Mr. Williams' journalistic credentials have always shown him to be a man only interested in the truth. That is what we are interested in here. Won't you all agree?
Hey, that's what I think too. But not because the Antichrist believes it. Oh no, I'm conflicted. Ah! Oh, sorry, I guess I just spoiled the big reveal. What's the twist? Oh, that he's the Antichrist.
Mark the beginning of the rise of the Antichrist. He will control 10 kingdoms, which in turn will control the world.
Didn't we already know that? Well, anyway, you know now.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe! So Buck is led into this meeting with several world leaders, where I must say Nikolai gives a genuinely disturbing display of power.
Upon each of you, I grant all the power and authority. All in my name.
Nikolai.
What the heck?
In the garden, there was a serpent. That serpent has stood between us and paradise ever since. You two. Serpents in my garden, using unity and prosperity for your own gain.
Nikolai, you know, that's preposterous.
Do not lie to me.
We made you, Nikolai. You're our creation.
I see.
Wow, this guy's good. He's kind of scaring me a little bit.
Donald M. Alternus?
Yes, sir. That's me.
Of Newark, New Jersey.
Why, yes, sir.
Why, yes, sir.
Why, yes, sir.
That kind of broke the tension.
So begins an object lesson in leadership.
Someone has to stop this!
Buck! We are on the same team.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
So we see that Nikolai has these tremendous powers to be able to make people think what he wants them to think.
I saw Mr. Stonegal rush the guard, take his gun, and murder his dear friend, Mr. Goldwyn, in cold blood. Then to watch him turn the gun on himself.
Pretty scary, but Buck seems to be immune to it because he recently became a Christian.
I know that you wanted to do that. For Dirk and Alan. But I could not have my new media liaison with blood in his hands. I have big plans for you, Buck.
Hattie, this is unbelievable.
I know, it's horrible. And Stonegal grabbed that gun.
You are in such...
I know. Privileged position.
No.
He's a great man.
Now realizing that the entire world has gone freaking nuts, Buck makes his way back to Chloe and Rayford's house where he lets them know of his newfound faith, and it ends with the threat of a sequel.
The next 7 years are going to be the worst that mankind has ever seen. Our only hope is to join together and trust God.
Hi. So that's Left Behind, and I must say it's not that bad. Now, I saw this movie when I was a kid and didn't remember a lot of it. But watching it again, I guess I was expecting a really bad Christian film. And honestly, it wasn't. Now, is it a blockbuster masterpiece? Well, of course not. But it doesn't pretend to be. It seems to be well aware that it's a low-budget film and doesn't try to be anything more. There are some points that drag on, and some of the Christian stuff is a little on the nose for my taste. But there's also moments of real, genuine human emotion. When the Reverend is yelling in the church, or Carpathia is deceiving the people, I felt truly convinced, and it brought up some compelling emotions and also some questions. I like that it's a Christian film that acknowledges that there are some hypocrisies found in the church, and that's much of the reason people are turned off from religion in the first place. But also that your choices, in the end, are yours. And when it comes to faith, not to let others determine what you believe, whether it's turned off by faith because of what people have done, or just going with the flow because somebody's dynamic or convincing. I thought most of the actors gave great performances. I also felt the story played out nicely, without seeming rushed, which is often a struggle even in the mainstream when adapting books. Again, this is not a Hollywood production, but compare it to any other TV show or miniseries from the early 2000s and I'd say it actually holds up pretty well. And it's certainly better than the crap Nicolas Cage was in this past year. Well, that does it for my first review. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I better get this movie back in... What in the world? It's empty, it's just the sleeve. It must be because the movie is Christian! I'm the Nostalgia Christian, and Jesus died so you don't have to. And...
Why, yes, sir.